It's time for Coach's Comment from the Rural Radio Network. I'm Jason Jorgensen, our weekly conversation with Nebraska Volleyball coach John Cook. Coach, it's been now several days since a big victory over Wisconsin at home. How have you tried to use that victory and moving forward with the team into this week?
Well, the same we do every week. It's match number 10 of the Big Ten of 20, and we're moving on to match 11, which is in a little over 30 hours. So you don't get much time to celebrate it or enjoy it because you got somebody looming in waiting for you next. And long season, you can't get too high, too low, depending on the results. And we're just focused on the next match and trying to win the next point.
How much are you enjoying this season, though? And you got a long way to go. I mean, to this, you're about halfway through. But, I mean, I've noticed a couple times this year, I mean, the smile on your face coming out for Volleyball Day in Nebraska and the smile on your face the other night when you were with the student section, it looks like you're having a lot of fun.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do, right? Enjoy it. But this team's a lot of fun, and they're fun to watch, and it's easy to get caught up in that. And, we had a record number of students. They camped out all day. So while I was waiting for the Big Ten to do their TV thing, they were having technical difficulties. And I'm like, they got the cowboy hats on. They're trying to storm the court. The security won't let them. So I'm like, I'm jumping in there with them. So it was awesome. And the students did a great job. I pump them up all the time. And, to have kids camping out all day long to get in, to get those cowboy hats. And then, the biggest student crowd we've ever had, we went over capacity, attendance-wise. It broke a record. So it was a lot of fun, and we appreciate them. And that's been something we've been working on for years, is having a great student section. And they proved it.
One of the kids gave them their red cowboy hat. Did you keep it?
No, I had another one. They gave me one. There's one in my office. Of course, I know everybody wants a red cowboy hat with, and it's got the thing that goes under your chin.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what all my cowboy friends want them. Everybody's asking for them. So I'm trying to find a couple more because I got people that are requesting them. But I got one sitting right here. But I figured got to represent Western Nebraska and all my cowboy friends out there.
Well, it was a good look, and it was a great moment, that's for sure. Yeah. Have you had to talk much to this group at all about, putting that in a rearview mirror and now you got to focus back in?
Heck yeah, we talk about it every day. Mm-hmm. But we've been talking about it all year, so it's just part of the conversation we're having and trying to get these, we've got 6 players that haven't been through a Big Ten season, so just trying to get them to understand what this conference is about and the level of competition. And, every match is literally a national championship match, that we have to try to play at that level that we would if we were playing for the national championship. And so that's the conversation every day.
How do you go about managing this, that some of those freshmen don't hit a wall? Because sometimes that does happen to some younger players.
Yeah, it's just part of, managing anything, business or anything. You're constantly, every day I get up, think about what do we got to get done today? Who needs me today? How are we going to get better today? What challenges are we going to face? Where are they going to be at mentally, physically? And we have a lot of support giving us information, so they started with our strength coach this morning. So I'll get a report from him. We have data every day on how hard their workloads are. I try to keep track of, when school gets heavy for them. We're constantly talking about recovery and what it takes to be great every day, and the fact Jordan Larson's back here, now I just point to Jordan. I go, she's old enough to be your mom, and here she is. She's still one of the, if not one of the best players in the world. So she gets recovery. She knows what it takes. She knows how you have to take care of yourself. And so she's a great role model for us to hammer those points.
How about Friday night? What's kind of the scouting report on Maryland?
Well, they beat Minnesota a couple weeks ago, and they're always one of the best blocking teams in the conference. We had struggled with blocking against Wisconsin, and they've got a couple players that have been playing there a long time. Their setter, their outside hitter, their middle is one of the top middles in the conference. So it's going to be a battle, and Just, the thing I'm most worried about is our fans. Are they going to have a let up? I can't control them, but I'm challenging them to keep bringing the energy that we had last Saturday, because that was a lot of fun.
Was that as much energy as you've ever felt in that building? I mean, I know that says a lot, but it just looked incredible.
Yeah, it was incredible. We've had other nights like that. So I don't. There's several that stand out, but the fact we had so many students there, and the students are really into it now. I think that was maybe what put it over the top a little bit. And there was a lot of hype because it was 1 versus 2, and so there's just a little more electricity in the air. But I've heard it that loud in there before, but the energy was, you could feel it.
And that was Husker volleyball coach John Cook. Nebraska once again back in action. Friday night match against Maryland. Saturday night matchup against Rutgers as the Huskers look to continue to be undefeated on the season and now the #1 team in the country. For the Rural Radio Network, I'm Jason Jorgensen.